Alright, welcome to part 3 of the series. And this episode we are going to um continue with with humanity restarted. I'm back recording on the old way because I did not like how the last one went. So last episode we had a big war over here in Italy, and the blue team lost that war, and we had the Greeks rebel. The blue team was betrayed, and they lost all of the land over here. So that's other than that, it was just the world exploring the world. So let's continue. We're gonna start this video on the red team, and we're going to have the red team basically going fully after this Arabian desert, as they just want to take all of Arabia before these two can. But the green team is going to be like, nope, not happening. I guess, oh god. So they will meet the red team on the border, but then move up over here, kind of extend like the blocky style. The red team will just do this, and they will connect up here, basically taking all of this land to themselves. But the I don't know. This team here will get everything else. This team I still don't even know what to call it. This I guess we'll just call them the beige team. Let's go to Africa. So Africa we are going to have uh the Egyptian team this exploring Africa, and they don't really have any competition. You can say they have competition with the red team, but the red team does not care about Africa in the slightest. So they're like, okay, cool, don't care. They'll keep following the Nile and go down here. I don't know where the Nile actually goes any further than this. So they will explore all the way up to here, but they won't take any land. So just have more areas being explored. Let's go to sea exploration. In the sea, we have we have this area getting more explored, and we actually have the discovery of Malta, and the pink team is just going to take it. Now the pink team wants to go up here, but they get threatened by the green team. So like, okay, never mind. So let's get the green team to go over here. They put boats over here, and they will find this island right here, and eventually they will find this island here. But they don't go any further than this. Uh, they will just discover the islands. They don't take them. And in terms of tribes, it's gonna be extremely hard for tribes here because it's on the islands, and tribes don't really get boats. So is there any wars that can happen right now? Not really. Um, the world doesn't really hate each other that much. It's only these guys. Oh god, it's only these guys right here that hate each other. Well, it's actually this whole area. Like Greece is not like any of these nations anymore. But so let's get back to more ex- exploration. Uh, the orange Bulgarian team, I guess you can say, will explore all the way up to Romania, and basically discover all of the Balkan Peninsula, and then they will start their expansion once again. They will now look like Bulgaria. I mean, I already kind of did, but this is technically Bulgaria at this point, but they will go up this coast, and the green team will start their expansion as well. And they will expand basically up to here, some extending the main area. So let's go back over to Asia. So over in Asia, nothing much is happening. These guys are just getting boat technology now, and and it's pretty late. So these guys are pretty underdeveloped. They don't have to be developed, but now that there's competition down here, they will be developing stuff faster. So down here, they will explore the rest of this over here, and over here, the green team will start to expand. Well, not expand, but explore this area. And then we have the green team going for another conquest. They will go over here, around the coast, and yeah, they basically just do this. The yellow team will keep expanding over here. And eventually they explore everything up to here. And we actually have a new country showing up. Right here. Now these guys are from the green team, but they want to be they don't want to be a part of these two. They just want to form their own country, and they eventually get something to look like this. The capital will be right here. Going back over to the Middle East, the red team will expand a little bit into Persia, but not that far because they don't want to go in this area. Let's go over to the Cyan team. The Cyan team will be doing a lot more in this episode than past episodes. They will start to immediately explore modern day Ukraine, and they'll even explore a little bit of modern day Russia. Eventually, they will kind of run out of food for the travelers anyway. So the teal team will go up here and just take more land. This is, you can technically say this. Oh, they don't have a capital. Oopsie, they don't have a capital. Okay. Their capital will be right there. So let's go over here. They will continue to expand, but eventually they will stop. They are now starting to look more like Ukraine. Still of the Western Europe, because the green team is going to be exploring Western Europe a little bit more. So they will head. They will actually there's mountains there, so they won't do that. They will go down the Spanish coast, and eventually they'll be overextending by a good lot. I mean, this is not a not a short area. So we have a new country getting set up, and this country is going to be this purplish country right here. And this country will take this everything here. Their capital will be placed uh, right there. The green team will call these people frauds for leaving them, but they don't care. So this country will now start to rapidly discover the Iberian Peninsula and Western Europe. The expansion of Europe is starting to pick up. These guys do have boats. They're actually able to make them relatively easy. Yeah, it's getting to the point where the standard boat of this time isn't even that impressive. So we even have countries like, well, actually every country over here has boats now. It's just, well, I guess they can set the boats down right there, but they don't really use them. But we really have nothing. Well, they explore the boats explore up these islands, and they will just take the islands. They're not once again they're successors of the green team, so um they're like through stage one of looking of the land, which is the center of military. So we'll have them expanding again, just down the coast, and eventually they'll look something like this. We can't really go to them because it's all divided up. Middle East is so a lot less stuff will happen in the Middle East for now, unless something big happens like a civil war in the red team. But the red team is the most stable country on this earth. The least stable might just be like the actually it's the blue team. It's the least stable due to losing two lures to the green team. And let's go back to Asian expansion. Now the orange team is going to ramp up this expansion, and they will now get over to the Chinese area. I don't know why there's a border there. I forgot to delete it. Hold up. Hong Kong does not exist. Don't worry. That would be extremely biased. But we have them going up the coast of China, and they're like, "Holy God, this land is very valuable." So they're going to motivate all of them to just expand into China, being the first country to get to where um, a major superpower in the U.S. In the U.S. in the world in the modern world is, and they with this area they will now be incredibly uh strong. They will become the strongest power in Asia due to this land being very good for farming. Um, it's just good in general. So they will start to expand. Well, not expand. I need to stop saying this. They will start to explore more of China, and eventually they'll stop due to something happening down here. The green team uh is going on an Asian conquest, and they just have a border with them. And they're like, okay, well, their military is all up here, so I'm just gonna Okay. So the orange team is having an invasion. There wasn't even a declaration of war. I mean, I don't think there is in the timeline. They're just gonna go and be like, okay, I'm invading you now. The orange team will is is now the strongest power, so they will fight back. Not the strongest power in the world. That still goes to like the green team over here. But due to the China landowners, since they assimilated it, uh, it's kind of like a war that's hard to fight. Not really. It's kind of just like a stalemate. But the green team, with superior generals and stuff, will be able to push them back and actually take their capital. And this is the first time a capital is taken during war. The front line just collapses, and the green team pushes them back all the way up to here. It's at this point where they get a peace treaty, and and the orange team's capital is moved all the way up to here. Oh no. So the orange team now lost their first war, but what they wanted to go to in the first place wasn't really affected, but they still wish they had this land. The yellow team, hearing about this war, will immediately be like, "Oh, okay," and they will go down and start expanding more, and have border with the green team. This will get boom, boom. And the green team is like, "Oh no, you is not getting this land. It's their land." And the yellow team is like, "Bah, why?" They're like, it's our land." So like, whatever. The green team after that war was like a couple of years. Um, it was like, um, yeah, we're not fighting another war. This looks horrible, so I'm changing it. Whatever, let's do this. That still looks bad. That thought. Hold on. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Back over in Europe. Now I should say, these events aren't like happening so like the world expands and then war and then go back to expand. So, like these events happen at the same time, but I can't show them at the same time. So, for example, while this war over nature was going on, this purple team was looking at uh well discovering more of Iberia, and at the end of the war they had something like this, but their country size was like this. And they will just go down to Iberian. They won't go after this land due to mountains. They don't want to deal with that. Now the green team will set out armies over here, and they're ordered to invade this purple team. But these two talk at the border. Um, they're like, look, the purple team says, the purple team soldiers say, look, we left your country due to the blue team, due to the blue team consistently threatening us, and the green team soldiers are like, I mean that is true. I don't really want to deal with that. So what will they do? They will abandon the green team and they will go north. They go north for a couple of weeks, and they get around here, and they will discover this French area, and they will form a country right here. Now, how does the green team take this? They are extremely pissed off. This is if they were calling them frauds, these guys are the frauds now. So once again, they were cool the coast, and Yep, they will just keep doing this. And they will go up to the coast and take a lot of land. And their capital, it's only fitting to make it Paris. It's just like right around there. So we have the world going everywhere, besides Africa and Middle Asia. And it's gonna take probably around like 20 episodes to get Asia. I mean, I don't know. With Asia, it's like there's a lot of land. There's a lot of land in Asia. Europe's not even gonna be fully explored for a good chunk of episodes. So let's go back over to Iberia, where we do have the entire thing getting explored. So it does take a few years, but it will get to the point where they explore it all, which they will. The purple team does not want any competition, so they just say, "Give me it all." Now this is very ambitious, but they're like, "I don't care." The tax dollars are probably up a little bit, but they will be like, whatever, don't really care. Uh, so let's go over to more. Let's go over here. We'll just make this rather. They do move past these mountains and just start looking at this other French land, which they don't really have any interest in right now. The green team will now send um well they now will claim this area with these two islands. Now we haven't talked about the blue team at all, and that's because there's nothing they can do. If they tried going up here, uh, I think there would be a revolution in the blue team, which they don't want. If they invaded any of the three countries they border, it would not be good. Revolution, and they lose the war. So they're just focusing on themselves, trading with the peach team, the pink team, the Greek team. They don't really have a trade about this the Egyptians because they're both not good enough. They're trading with the red team. Um, so and then the the blue team is just going to expand more. Well, first of all, they're going to discover all of this area right here. So they will just continue going like this. It will kind of take like a blocky form, but they will fix that by going down and actually having a border with the purple team. And these two guys will actually start to get along very well. So the purple team has no fusses about having a full border with them. These two will trade very much and technically be allies, but the concept of allies don't exist. They can still betray each other, but they won't due to they both don't like the pink team, not pink team. They both don't like the green team, which is the strongest country of the world. No other team doesn't recognize that. They're like, blah, really. So how will they um kind of show off their strength? Well, the red team is going to um do nothing because they don't want to. They don't want to ruin relations with any country that they border. The pink team once again, they don't hate, but they'll cooperate with us. They actually agree with some of the policies and put them into their own country. Uh, with Egypt, they don't like them, but we don't care about Africa, so why would we invade them? These two countries down here, once again, they don't hate them. I mean, they don't like this country. If anyone, they'd invade this country, but then in the end, like, it would just kind of look wonky. So, they still recognize them as the strongest, and then they're like, I don't really care. I'm the biggest, so that's all I care about. If I'm not the biggest country, then it's a problem. But let's go over sea exploration. We have this country going down here, and this color looks very like this color, so I might, but you can still differentiate the difference. So we do want them going north to reach the British Isles, but due to weather, they say no. And we have more land. The Bay of Fundy. I think is it the Bay of Fundy? I'm pretty sure it is. But we have more sea exploration over here, and this is kind of the last thing of the episode, where the sea is getting explored. And eventually we have all of this getting discovered. We'll have this getting discovered too. Then I guess and then this area doesn't get discovered due to it's not out of range for the boats, but it's pretty dangerous for them. So that is where we are going to end the episode here. So this is where we're gonna end the episode here, and this episode was basically just an expansion episode. We did have one more play out. Once again, there's not really many wars that can happen due to not many countries. How many countries are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 16 countries on this map, and only 2 of them hate each other. Well, actually, 4 of them. The red team, no, the green team hates the blue team. The green team hates the purple team. Purple team, the green team hates the Paris team or the French team. So, interesting to think about there. The green team is a lot of ops, but um, the rest of the world doesn't. I mean, that's obviously gonna change. But that's this episode done. This is the third episode of What If Humanity Restarted. The fourth episode will have another major war. I will not say who's gonna be in it though.